Good morning all of you. This video lecture is for class 7th and the subject is computer. So today my dear students, in this video we are going to start your new chapter, that is chapter number 5. The topic, as you can see on the screen, it is Introduction and Working in MS Excel 2007. Okay, now in this chapter we are going to learn everything about MS Excel. Okay, and the version of your MS Office will be 2007. In the previous lectures, we have studied about MS Word. Yes, now we will compare both of these Microsoft tools. These are basically the applications. Okay, we will compare both of them. Now, before starting this chapter, let us understand what we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, at the very top, you are able to see some topics. See the first one, introduction, we are going to see. Then spreadsheets. What are spreadsheets? We will see that. Then starting MS Excel 2007, how we are going to start working on this MS Excel. Okay. Now screen elements we will see. What are the screen elements and how these elements are useful for us. Okay. Then selecting and deselecting cells we will see, and all these operations. Okay. So particularly in this video, I'm not be covering all these 9 topics. Some of the topics we will cover, but this chapter contains at a total of 9 topics. Okay, my dear students, this chapter is very important. Besides being important, it is very interesting also. Yes, if you are having a computer with you at your homes or a laptop at your homes, or even you are having mobile phones in your hand, na? So you can get this MS Excel application in your mobile phone and you can try all these things out. Yes, so let us see the introduction part firstly. See, in our routine life, we see list of many things created in tabular form. Now, you know very well what is the meaning of this tabular form, in the form of tables. And you know very well that table consists of mainly two things. Yes, one is row and the second element is your column. Yes, you know what are rows. In the previous chapters we have studied rows are the horizontal data. Yes, like this. So these are the rows. Now columns are your vertical data in the standing position. Okay, so these are your columns. Now one more thing over here we will study, that is about cell. Now what is a cell? See, one row and one column, when they both intersect with each other, then they form a rectangular section. Yes, if you see over here, let us zoom this thing out. Let us see over here in this blank area. This is your table. Yes, in this table we are having two rows and let us say we are having three columns. Okay, row number 1, row number 2, and this is column number 1, column number 2, column number 3. Yes, so the intersection of this row, this one and the column, this is a rectangular section now. So this part is known as a cell, a single cell. Okay, now another cell if we talk about, if we say R2 and C2, now see R2 and C2 interacts over here. Yes, so this is another cell. Now, when we will study about this MS Excel, then everything is in tabular format. Okay, and we will study all these things related to how we are working on the rows, how we are working on the columns, and how we are working on the cells. Okay, now you understood these three things. So in the overall chapter, we'll focus on these three things. Okay, and the operations. Now, why we are using MS Excel? Why am I saying that this application, this particular application is so important? See over here, these includes bills in shopping malls. Whenever you visit to the shopping mall, you buy certain things and you ask for the bill. Yes, और जो आपको bill मिलता है that is particularly in a tabular format, if you remember. Yes, so that tabular format they achieve with the help of this particular application, that is MS Excel. Obviously we are having certain other applications also, but this is the most common one. Okay, now another example is cricket match schedule, school mark sheets, and many more. If you see a very common example of the tabular format, you see your timetable. Yes, आपका timetable होता है. So your timetable contains several rows and several columns. Now rows consist of a day schedule. Yes, like on Monday whatever classes you are going to have, on Tuesday how many classes and which classes you are going to have. Yes, and the columns represent what? The columns represent, likewise, in these are what? These are your weekdays, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all these things. Second column denotes period number 1. Yes, period number 2, now period number 3, and so on. So at a total, this particular thing make a tabular format, and we can achieve this tabular format with the help of MS Excel. Okay, so that is why this thing is very important. Now, this tabular representation of data or information is termed as spreadsheets. Now, we were talking about certain rows, columns, and cells. At a total, if we say, these are termed as your spreadsheets. Okay, see, which consist of rows and columns. Now, if you turn your page, then you would be able to see this figure. Yes, this figure. Now, if we talk about MS Word, then in MS Word, we are having certain examples. See, the top thing was near about the same. The footer was also near about the same. But the middle portion was blank over there. Yes, but in MS Excel, already some tables are created. So that is why MS Excel is used for particularly tabular representation. Okay, you can do this thing in MS Word also, but this is the appropriate thing. Okay, and this is known as your spreadsheets. Okay, this thing on which you are going to work on. Now let us understand deeply what are spreadsheets. Now see, spreadsheet is also called as worksheet. Okay, either you say spreadsheet or you say worksheet. Both are the same thing. Now, it is a big sheet containing data or information represented in tabular form, consisting of rows and columns. Now, rows and columns. And if you add on something over here, then you can also say the intersection of rows and columns, that is cell. Okay, so all these things, if you combine and you say a common name, that common name should be either a spreadsheet or a worksheet. Okay, I have shown you the example. Now see, next, representing data in tabular format is useful as it is easy and an effective way of interpretation. You know that very well. In the previous one, we have taken an example of your timetable. Yes, if I say to make a timetable, and if I say to make a timetable in Word, in MS Word, and without using tables, it would be quite difficult to make. It would be quite difficult to understand. Yes, it is not readable properly. But if you make that timetable with the help of this tabular format, then it is quite readable. Everybody can read it, and there is less chance of getting mistaken. Yes, so that is why it is an effective way of interpretation of data. Now see, spreadsheets can be useful in many fields like business, engineering, science. Now all these fields, your spreadsheets are important. Now spreadsheets or worksheet process numbers as data to give desired output. Now what does this line mean is, now, in the spreadsheet, basically what we learned that whenever we are visiting to a shopping mall, then they give us bill, and that bill is in a tabular format. And that tabular format हम लोग क्या use करते हैं? We can use MS Excel to achieve that bill. ओके अब जब आप बिल को लेते हैं देन उस बिल के अंदर क्या होता है? उस बिल के अंदर इंडिविजुअल आइटम्स दैट यू बॉट, उसकी एक इंडिविजुअल क्वांटिटी होती है एंड इंडिविजुअल रेट्स होते हैं. Yes, at the bottom you got what? At the bottom you will be having total. यस। सो ये टोटल आपको क्या करना होता है, यूजुअली मैनुअली कैलकुलेट करते हैं। लाइकवाइज मोबाइल से कैलकुलेटर यूज कर लिया, या फिर यू आर हैविंग दैट बिग कैलकुलेटर विद यू, उससे आपने ऐड कर लिया। यस, बट दिस एम एस एक्सेल प्रोवाइड्स अ फंक्शन जिसमें आप क्या करते हो, इन सारी चीज़ों को एड ऑन कर देते हो एंड ऑटोमेटिकली यू गेट द टोटल ओवर हियर. So there is no need to count or there is no need to add on these values. Automatically आपके पास सारी चीज़ें आ जाती हैं. Okay, so this spreadsheets also this process this data in the number format. Yes, numbers कोई तो वो add on कर सकता है, आप जो भी numbers के सिवा कुछ और values दोगे तो उसको add on तो नहीं कर सकता. Yes, so that is why it can work on numeric data और ये आपको sum provide कर सकता है. Okay, now a computer spreadsheet is called an electronic spreadsheet. Why an electronic spreadsheet? You know that your computer is an electronic machine. Yes, so anything that is running on an electronic machine is also electronic. Yes, so this spreadsheet is also known as your electronic spreadsheet. Now, see, some softwares are being mentioned over here. A spreadsheet can be created by using a specialized software like MS Excel. One software is MS Excel, one is VisiCalc, another one is Lotus 123, and many more we are having. And in this chapter, we are focusing on only this one, MS Excel. Okay. Now the last line, see, a spreadsheet performs many tasks including calculation using different formula at a high speed. Obviously, it is a computer performing task, so that is why the speed will be high. But we have talked about the sum now. Not only the sum it can calculate, it can also calculate the product, it can also calculate the division. Yes, all these things it can do at a very high speed. So that is why we prefer these spreadsheets and one of these software to carry on our task. Okay, I hope you understood the introductory part. Now, moving on to our MS Excel, let us see how we are going to start our MS Excel. Now, the concept is very simple. Yes, you know how you are working on Windows 7. I think Windows 7 is quite handy right now. So certain steps we are having. Step number 1, click on the start button. Now this is your computer screen. At the computer screen at the very corner, bottom left, you are having this kind of symbol and this is your start button. So firstly you have to click on this start button. Now step number 2 is what? Click all programs. Yes, you will be getting two options. One is all programs and over here you can search for the files also. Okay, so you just click on this all programs. After clicking on this all programs, you will be able to see a list over there. Yes, a list will open on the right hand side. Now from the right hand side, like this, you would be able to see the list like this. Okay, you have to click on MS Office. Now you'll search for MS Office, it is over here, and you'll click on it. When you will click on MS Office, then all these applications will be opened. Likewise, MS Office Access you are having, Excel you are having, Groove you are having, and all these things. See over here, we are also having MS Office Word. Yes, so basically it is a folder and इस folder के अंदर आपके पास इतनी सारी applications होती हैं. So at the last you have to go for MS Office Excel 2007. Okay, when you click on this Excel 2007, you would be able to see an empty screen like this. Like this empty screen you would be able to see. Okay, now let us understand what is the meaning of different portions of this screen. And these different portions we termed as screen elements. Okay, now we are having certain screen elements. We will learn them one by one. So talking about our screen elements, the first screen element is your title bar. Yes, as you can see over here at the bottom, this title bar. Now it present on the uppermost part of the screen. It shows name of the current document and program. It gives you two types of data. Yes, first one, what kind of document you are working on, and the second one, on which program you are working. Okay, both of these names will be shown at the very top. and it also contains some kind of buttons. Okay, if you see over here the complete thing at the very top, this one, this is your title bar, this one is your title bar. Okay, if you zoom this thing out, then you will be able to see this kind of thing. Now, name of the current document is book 1. Yes, and the name of the current program is MS, this one, Microsoft Excel. Okay, it also contains minimize button. This is your minimize button. This is your maximize button, and this is your close button. Okay, so your title bar contains all these data. Now, quick access toolbar. It is also present on the title bar. It helps to do tasks with a single click. Now, what do we mean by these things is that, see, you are able to see this short bar over there now, this one. We are having this copy option, we are having undo option, we are having redo option. So these three are the most common tasks that we need to do in our daily life. Okay, whenever we are working on this MS Excel, so that is why this is not termed as your quick access toolbar. You don't have to dig for these functions, it is present directly at the very top. Okay, so that is why it is termed as your quick access toolbar. Now the third screen element, let us learn about, that is your ribbon. Okay, now if you compare these things with your MS Word, then you will find most of the things are very common. Okay, so if we talk about these ribbons, then overall this portion, below portion of your title bar is termed as your ribbon. Now ribbon again contains two parts. First part is tab and the second part is your group. Okay, now when we talk about the tabs, then we are having this option over here at the very top. Home, insert, page layout, formulas and all these things. Okay, so these are termed as your tabs. Now, if you see at the bottom portion, we are having these groupings. Yes, so there are certain functionalities that are being grouped with the help of these tabs. Okay, so when you click on this home option, you will be able to see group number 1. When you will be clicking on this insert tab, you would be able to see group number 2. Okay, so certain groups have been made with the help of these tabs, और जो भी आपको group चाहिए होगा, जो भी आपको tab चाहिए होगा, you will search for it and the combinedly they are known as your ribbon. Okay, now office button. What is office button? It consists of various options used to work in MS Excel. Now if you see over here, this one, the office button is this one, present on the very top left hand side. When you click over there, then you will be able to see a drop down list. Over there you will be having certain options like new, you are having save, open, save as, all these things you will be able to see. Okay, so this is your office button. Next one is your formula bar. Now formula bar is quite important. Okay, formula bar is quite important. If you see below of your ribbon portion, see, till here you are having your ribbon. Yes, and just below the ribbon you are having this line. Now this line is termed as your formula bar. Okay, now formula bar again consists of two parts. See, left hand side thing and right hand side thing. Okay, so left hand side is termed as your name box and the right hand side is termed as your formula bar. Now what is a name box? I told you about a cell. Yes, intersection of rows and column. So the name of that cell is to be shown over here in name box. It will see and you would be able to understand that on which cell you are working on. Okay, so particularly this is the name of your cell. Now the formula bar, we have talked about it. Then in MS Excel you can apply several formulas. Yes, so this is particularly your formula bar on which you are supposed to apply the formula. We'll see in the upcoming chapter how we are going to do that. Right now you understand that this is particularly your formula bar. Okay, now we are having sheet tab. Sheet tab contains the name of the worksheet in bold letters. It is used to move from one sheet to another by clicking at its tab. Now, again let us move on to page number 35. If you see at the very bottom, let us zoom this thing out. Very bottom you would be able to see sheet number 1, sheet number 2, sheet number 3. And we are having this option also. When you click on this button, then you would be able to make a new sheet. Okay, and this thing particularly known as your sheet tab. Okay, moving further, we are having our status bar that is present at the very bottom. Okay, and it will show the current position of the cell and zoom option. Now the important thing is your zoom option. If you want to zoom your cell out, then you just drag this thing onto the right hand side. Yes, if you want to zoom, okay, zoom in, we are moving to the right hand side, and for zooming out, we are moving to the left hand side. You're also having this plus minus option, so you can understand appropriately. Okay, now next thing, we are having the worksheet or the spreadsheet, that is this one, this portion. The actual thing on which we are going to work on, that is your spreadsheet. Okay, so let us stop our today's video up till now. I hope you understood the chapter very well, some of the topics obviously. Yes, so from this worksheet we will continue in our next lecture. Okay, so this is for this video. Thank you so much.